North Korea showed off its most powerful intercontinental ballistic missile at a military parade attended by the top officials from the Russia and the China, the Pyongyang state media reported on the Saturday. This event, to also mark the 80 years under the ruling Workers' Party, came as the leader Kim Jong-un has been emboldened by the war in the Ukraine, securing critical support from the Russia after sending thousands of North Korean troops to fight alongside the Moscow's forces. Also, the North Korea displays most powerful missile at the parade with the Russia, China in attendance. Also, North Korea showed off its most powerful intercontinental ballistic missile at the military parade, both attended by Russia and China. Also, North Korea displays most powerful missile. Also, both the countries being there in the attendance and thousands of people also present in colorful traditional dresses filled the streets of the North Korean capital. The North Korea showed off its most powerful intercontinental missiles, also told by the top officials from the Russia and China. Pyongyang state media also reported on the Saturday. This event marks the 80 years under the ruling Workers' Party that came as the leader Kim Jong-un has been emboldening the sport and the country's Russia, that of the thousands of people and warriors going for the Moscow side of the war. Dmitry Medvedev, the deputy head of the Russia Security Council and the close ally of the President Vladimir Putin, also attended the parade on the Friday alongside the Chinese Premier, that is Li Qiang, and also the Vietnam's leader Tu Lam, all seated near the Kim, according to the images released by the official Korean Central News Agency. The spectacle featured some of the country's most advanced weapons, including its new Hwasong-20 intercontinental ballistic missile, that is ICBM, which the KCNA described as its most powerful nuclear strategic weapon system. Thousands of people in colorful traditional dress filled the streets of the North Korean capital for the late-night event. The images showed waving the national flags and cheering as the weapons rumbled down the main streets. Along the featured weapon, long-range strategic cruise missiles, the drone launch vehicles, and the ground-to-air and ground-to-ground missiles paraded one after another, the KCNA added. He also made an apparent nod to the North Korean troops fighting alongside the Moscow's forces in the Russia's war against Ukraine. The heroic fighting spirit displayed and the victory achieved by our revolutionary armed forces on the foreign battlefield for the international justice demonstrated the ideological and spiritual perfection. This is what he said according to the KCNA. Around 600 North Korean soldiers have been killed and thousands more wounded fighting for the Russia, the Seoul has said. Structural shift? Let's see how. The parade displayed the isolated nuclear-armed country's inexhaustible defense technology potential and its astonishing pace of development that the world can no longer ignore, the KCNA said. Pyongyang came after the Seoul said a meeting between the North Korea and the United States cannot be ruled out on the sidelines of this year's epic summit in the South Korea. The US President Trump met Kim 3 times during the first term and once said the pair had fallen in love, but he ultimately failed to secure a lasting agreement on the North Korea's nuclear program.